Well, hello, Mishpoka. It is so good to be here with you again. I was on the phone with a good friend. Hi, Anita. And she asked me, she said, keep blogging, keep doing the video blogs. And so I looked on my YouTube channel and found that Sarah and I have not blogged in some time. We shot a blog. I think Michaela was the cameraman for that one. Wasn't she? Mm-hmm. I'm talking to Sarah. She's off camera. She helped set everything up. But yeah, so I thought, well, it's time. We've been doing so much. We have a lot to say. We've been doing a lot of Bible study and a lot of traveling. For those of you that keep up with 21 Days of Prayer or Letters from the Prayer Room or our School of Worship page, I post quite a bit on my personal page, things that I write. But if you kept up with any of those things and some of our prayer initiatives, we've been praying about quite a bit. In the news, we all know from last year, something that I think it was around April, they abducted the girls from the Chibok school in Nigeria, and Boko Haram came on the scene. We began praying for those girls. And for those of you who are part of our prayer rooms, I encourage you to continue praying for those girls. We had first some initial horrific reports of videotape of the girls being violated and abused and killed. And then that kind of faded from the news. And then we heard some of the girls had escaped. And praise God for that. Then we heard that the girls were going to be released, all of them, en masse. And that never happened. And now people are kind of resigned to the fact that those girls are not going to be released. And so I said I was making the commitment of putting the girls on my regular prayer list, that they would be people that I pray for the rest of my days, or until I hear that all of them have escaped in some way, or until we cross over into eternity. I feel so strongly that we are supposed to pray for those who are being persecuted. And I think that in light of us sometimes saying, well, you know, I pray, but what should I pray for? There's plenty to pray for in this world. There are prayer assignments that we can spend the rest of our lives praying for. So I would just encourage you, the girls are a permanent part of my prayer list, and I would encourage you to continue praying for them. I happen to believe that the reason the girls are not being negotiated for or coming home is because I believe that there was government collusion in the Christian school being assaulted and the girls being taken as sex slaves. That's my personal opinion. And so I am praying that God would change the government in Nigeria, that those officials would be exposed that have allowed these girls to be prey for these mercenary soldiers who fill the ranks of Boko Haram. And as if Boko Haram wasn't bad enough, then all of a sudden on the scene came ISIS, and very specifically targeting Christians. I don't know if you had the tenacity or the interest to actually look at some of the photos that are coming from ministries like persecution.org, but I refused to be afraid and did something I didn't think I would ever do. And that was, I actually went to the site and I actually opened up the link to look at the photos of what was coming out of Iraq and how the Christian community there was being ransacked. And I can't say I've never seen anything like that before, because I remember when I was taking my daughter Michaela to a basketball tournament in Kentucky, and I was stopped, flagged down on the highway, and a man was dying on the side of the highway. He had been hit as he and his son were pushing their vehicle, and he was missing limbs. Well, when I opened the link to this web page, I was horrified to see that indeed ISIS is beheading people for their faith. They are beheading children. They are killing children. They are massacring children. They are torturing girls. There are things that are being done that I saw that I didn't think my eyes would live to see.